Welcome to Tokyo Station. That behind me is the old Marunouchi side of Tokyo Station, and I went inside to take a look at some of the changes in the north entrance or exit of, well, it's right there. And historically, in the past, they had a travel center where you would pick up your JR Rail Pass, you'd get things validated. It was mainly for tourists, where you could speak in, they would speak in English as well, and as well as other languages, Thai and Chinese. And that is actually closed, and they opened up a new one just across from there. I guess it's a new one because I hadn't seen it before. I'm going to show you images of that right now inside of there. But they also have a same-day service that I didn't really know about. Here's a picture from the place where you would send it. It's just inside there, and you leave the baggage there, and they will, if you bring it at a certain time, they'll make sure it's at the hotel on the same day. So you can just travel around Tokyo all day, and then when you get to Kyoto sometime, your bag will be there, or at least be there in the evening. That's kind of convenient, and the service isn't always free. Oh, hello. The service isn't always, it's not free, but I think you have to pay for it. Well, let's take a look at the price right now. If you have any questions, this is a live stream. You can leave them in the comments below in the playback, or you could try it in the comments right there. Let me take you inside the station and then show you what this is here. This is the north side of Tokyo Station. We would call this the north entrance or north exit. And inside here, you could see they had historically, it right there. You see it all boarded up now with aluminum and wood, I guess that is. That used to be the entrance to the JR East Travel Center for international tourists. I was like, where did it go? Well, the first thing I noticed was this here. I don't know how long it's been here, but this is the travel services center for luggage. And I didn't quite understand this here. So if they pick it up by 6 p.m., your luggage will get there by 9 p.m. or something. I'm not quite sure how this works, but there's a QR code there that you guys can utilize here. The services are not really that expensive. It just depends on what time you arrive. I guess they put it on the Shinkansen for you, like right away. Here's the baggage for typical service, as long as it's from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., same day pickup only. I guess you send it from one place to pick it up here. So I'm not quite sure how the service works, actually. So I just wanted to introduce you to the service that is somewhat unusual. I tried to go in there and talk to them, but the line was a little bit long when I got there, so I didn't want to do it here. It says here, if you want the baggage, okay, wait, hold on a second. If you want to store your baggage 2-3 days or more, we can deliver it to your next destination. So that's kind of that's another thing I'm going to talk about in a second here. So as long as the bags are accepted before 4:30, as long as the bags are accepted before 4:30 in the afternoon, I guess it gets there on the same day. After 4:30, the price perhaps is the more expensive one. This is where the new visitor tourist center is. It's on the right across from there, still in the north entrance of Tokyo Station. As some viewers are waving to me that are actually here in person. How you doing? There's the QR code for the Suica app. JR East is really pushing Suica because they really need the revenue. This is inside of there. There's a lady in English or in other languages will help you with triage, I guess. So when you get to the window, they can get people out there quicker. This is what it looks like from a distance there. But I also noticed they also have baby buggies that can be rented, baby cars, they call it in Japanese, or strollers in American English. And they have a Dr. Yellow and a Tohoku Shinkansen one. That's kind of cool. So if you do get off the Shinkansen from Kyoto, you do have service to get for baby buggies, which is interesting. This is in the north entrance or exit, the Marunouchi side of Tokyo Station, not the Yaisu. They also have a bunch of brochures, and right away my eyes were... Gunma's doing a pretty good job here because my eyes go right to love. So like, what the heck is that? That says love onsen? Okay. I'm happy to go and check that out because I have a copy of it. I was like, I have a copy of it right in here in my bag. I picked up all the flyers, so we're gonna go and take a look at this in a second. I went on to do my due diligence here before I started. I went up onto the Yamato, which is Kuroneko or Takubin service here, and I can put a link in the description. But all you really have to do is to Google Tokyo Station luggage service Kyoto, and this will come up in English. It tells you how to use the service. you can do it from the airport, that might be the best way when you arrive. I'm gonna pause it for a second. My wife has an American Express card. I might too. And apparently, with the American Express, one of the services that is baked into the memberships, at least for Japanese, is that you can send your bag for free to your house. I don't know if they still do that. My wife's done that a few times, where you should take it, you exit through immigrations and customs, you go straight to the, in the same terminal right there, in the arrivals, to the Takubin office, or one of the other ones. The prices may vary, there are competitors, and you can drop off your suitcase and say, please deliver it to this hotel. You fill in a form, and it's usually there. Depending, if you come in the morning, it might be there in the evening. If you give it in the evening, it'll be there the next day. So you just take what you need for the night, and you can not have to worry about the luggage. This is ideal because on public transportation inside of Tokyo, on the Yamanote line or the metro, in the evening and at peak times, you do not want to have your suitcase on the trains. It's just really, really hard. Unless you're taking a taxi, this service actually saves you money by not needing to get a taxi, because you do not want to bring on a lot of luggage onto public transportation. Like, I guess it'd be between 7:30 p.m. and, well, probably the end of the line until like midnight. It's usually pretty crowded. It's just not comfortable. And in the morning, you definitely don't want to get on public transportation between, I'd say, like 6:50 a.m. to about 9:15 a.m. You probably want to send your luggage and then have it come in the evening if that's possible. This service just makes a lot of sense. It's a little bit cheaper if it's not in the. I think the higher price that I showed you earlier is if you do it after 4:30. I think the price might go up. That makes sense. That makes sense. It's like 3 hours. It'll get you to Kyoto. That's pretty quick. But there's a demand for it. So in here it says examples of service fees. When you want to send a baggage, see here, if you want to send a baggage from the airport to your hotel, delivery within the 23 wards of Tokyo from Haneda, it's 5,780 yen. That seems kind of expensive. Delivery within Kyoto is 3,470 yen. That seems a little bit expensive to me. I don't know if that's a tourist prices, but we'll look at what is 160 size. I'm going to show you that in a second. I thought the prices might have gone up. I thought it was like 20 bucks or something. Interesting. Maybe it has gone up. This is also quite interesting news here. There's an FAQ and all the information. Takubin's the biggest company, but they're not the only ones here. So I'm going to go in here and click through for you a little bit. This is the mobile site. So you can see from A to B, and then see what the costs are depending on it. I went to the wrong button. I pushed the wrong button there. All right, go. There you go. Come on now. And it'll put in general partials. See, and then the rates kind of change. See, that's the rate I'm used to paying, so I'm not sure if it's same-day service. This one's within 2 days, which is perfectly fine. I don't think you need to have your mega suitcase with you all the time. But I was interested in this. It'll send it to your accommodation. It'll send it to a ski resort, and that seems like cheaper. That doesn't make a lot of, and you can send your golf bag right to the golf course. That's perfect. So, and if you want to be delivered soon, next day service is a little bit more. But like I'm not quite sure on the prices, but it's usually pretty reasonable. There is a chart here for the sizes here, and the prices are listed as well. So this is in the Yamato English site, so it's all in English, which makes it really easy. So where you're leaving from and where you're going, you can correspond to the chart with the size. Now, what is a 200? What is a 120? What is a 60? I wanted to know that too. So they have a picture here. They have it information right here. So 60 is up to 60 centimeters and 2 kilograms. That's not a lot. That's like the box that I send to the daimyo supporters. It's not a massive size box. It's about, I don't know, like you could probably hold it like this. Up to like a mega size suitcase, which is up to 30 kilograms. I think most people are sending for a regular suitcase, I think it's a size 160. Like the smaller suitcases might be a 120, but most people are sending 160 to 180 perhaps. So I think that's pretty, I think up to 200 centimeters. If it's larger than that, they just can't send it. So this is another thing that you might want to consider when you bring suitcases. Try not to bring anything over 200 centimeters, or just 2 meters long, which is pretty crazy. I think that's the total measurements too, right? So it'd be maybe 1 meter up and 80 meters across, and then, I don't know, 20 meters wide or something. That the total has to measure up to 2 centimeters. So it's not as tall as me. I'm 180 centimeters. At least that's what I tell everybody. It's what the total dimensions, length, width, and height, getting up to 200. So that I hope that that's kind of clear for you there. But it's pretty cool. Like I was looking at the window. There's already a bunch of suitcases. So they're doing an amazing business with this. These came before 4:30 because it's not even lunchtime right now. So they're going to be going at the standard price, which I guess is like 4,000 yen. I really, that's the hard thing, like to pin down the prices. But the service exists, and it's getting much easier for international tourists to send their bags along, which I think is a great thing. It also saves the hassle, because the worst thing, and this is such a touristy place now, everybody, check it out. Everybody's getting pictures in front of Tokyo Station here. Mostly Japanese knew about this spot, but there's a rock over there that says Tokyo Station in Japanese. I think it's an original from the old station in 1912 or something, so it's been here for over 100 years. I didn't know foreigners know about it. This is just a cool spot. You could actually go up there onto this. I think it's the 7th floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7th floor, I think. We're on the 6th or 7th floor of this one, and you get a nice view of the really old facade that looks like Central Station in Amsterdam. It's got that vibe from it. One of my favorite stations in Europe. Termini Station in Rome being maybe my least favorite, because you can just stand there and watch the pickpockets operate. I've been to Termini Station in Rome many times. Are there any questions before we move on to look at some of these flyers here? Baggage storage is a big business in Japan. It really is. Hotel Airport has a delivery service. You can send it from the hotel desk. I've sent, I don't know why the transmission got bad here. I'm gonna move out to the center. Your bag can be sent from your hotel. If most hotels, I don't know about First Cabin, like the cheaper hotels, but most hotels have a front desk where you can, they have Takubin tags, and you can send it from there. They'll call Takubin and they'll come and pick it up. So most hotels have that service. I don't think that's any less expensive or more expensive. I think you can do it like that. I used to, back in the day, I mean, I didn't stay at a hotel. I was an English teacher, but I was moving around like every few months. So I would send not suitcases, but boxes, because I had to move from apartment to apartment. I moved 17 times I was a head staff of an English Eikaiwa company, and when I moved, I'd put everything in boxes, tape it up, and I would send it to the next place. But I would have to carry those boxes. I should have had them pick it up. I would carry it to the Lawson's or the 7-Eleven and send it from there, and it would usually come the next day. But you could specify, and this is the biggest piece of information. I wanted to get as much of this done in the first 15 minutes. The biggest piece of information is you can mark the time and the date that you want it to be delivered. So instead of getting, I guess I could tell something. Instead of getting in a locker and paying for a service to hold your bag and you're paying every single day for it, you can tell Takubin or the delivery services, and I don't know if they've wised up to it. Is that guy? That is the coolest darn thing I've ever seen. He's got a stick and he's skating. Did you see that? That dude's going. Go, dude. He's gone. I want to be that guy's friend, but I can't catch up with him because I've got a bum ankle. Where'd he get those shoes? They look like normal shoes. That's one cool old dude. He's got like a walking stick, but wait, he's got a walking stick and he can't walk, but he can skate? That's the coolest thing I've seen in like a long time. Oh my gosh. Omar has them. Airwalk, they're called. Okay, well there you go. Now I'm wising up here. Are there any questions on the service here? I know a lot of you have already used it. Brandania is here. Hey, mahalo. Brandania, Michael, and Saya met up on Oahu Island in Hawaii, and that is just the coolest thing in the world. They sent me a picture, and they ate more food than I can even believe, and that made me so happy when people in the community are meeting up, like in other places around the world. We've had meetups where UFO Bob and Jeanette and some of the others met up in Los Angeles at Little Japan to get dinners and stuff. We had viewers in Germany meet up and go to restaurants there, and they sent me pictures, and that nothing makes me happier than I see like people in the community meeting up. And shout out to Brandania and Michael for being really good hosts to Saya, and for Saya being bold enough to go to Hawaii and go to hang out with them. I'm sure it was a lot of fun. I had a ton of fun when I was hanging out with my Hawaiian family over there. Okay, I'm gonna do it right here. Oh my gosh, my ankle hurts. So thanks, Brandania. So let's take a look at some of the stuff that I picked out of there. I'm gonna start with that Love one because that was the most exciting one. But a lot of the areas around Tokyo are really. Where's the Love one? Where's the Love one? I'm really here. Love onsen. Really? Gunma? This is the coolest prefecture now. They're doing a lot of good stuff. Gunma is where one of my favorite onsen is, the Takaragawa Onsen. I've been going there for 20 some years. I haven't been there in years, but the first time was 1999, whatever that was. Rediscover the appeal of onsen, Japanese hot springs, a fresh look at Japanese onsen culture. That would be fresh when you can love inside there. Oh, I think they mean to love the onsen, because they had a picture of two dudes here. Not that I'm judging or anything, but I was like, wow, that's really progressive Gunma. Right? I mean, who else was thinking the same thing? Like Love Hotel? I don't think I was the only one. But they got me here. Like, Gunma Love Onsen. That's not what you usually see in the flyer area. But Gunma is also home to Kusatsu Onsen, Shima Onsen, Manza Onsen, Ikaho Onsen, Minakami, that's where I go often, Onsen, Isobe, and Oigami Onsen. They got a lot of hot springs in Gunma, and it's so close to Tokyo. Here's Yamanote Line, and here's Gunma. So good on you, Gunma. You got me to pick up your flyer. I don't do that often. But then I picked up other ones. The Sendai Guidebook. Oh, that's in Japanese. Okay, that's all right. I think they have it in other languages too. So if you're looking for Sendai, you can pick up this information too. Asahi Town in Toyama Prefecture. I often like to look to see what the trends are and what the flyers in English are like. But look at that food there. That looks cod soup. Mame Nake Market. It's a lot of local stuff, including onsen here. So Toyama's got this is like a real gem of Japan, Toyama. And Brandania, we were thinking of going there too, right? To see the firefly squid, but they weren't doing so good. This is one of my favorite areas of Japan, Kurobe, which is also Toyama Nagano, the Kurobe Dam area. But it's such a beautiful area. Not many tourists at all. A lot of people go there for skiing. The Japanese Alps. Wow, okay, so there's a map here. Of course, that's going to include Fujisan. It's going to include Fujisan, but actually it doesn't. This is on the Sea of Japan side. There are the Minami Alps, and then this is the normal Alps, I guess. That's the Tateyama Pass. This is where it not until, by the way, April or May, you don't go to the bypass. This is where the snow walls are. So you have to wait until the snow melts. You can't go there now. It's probably closed already. No, it's autumn. In the autumn, this is one of the most beautiful areas. Look at that, Hotel Tateyama. Really? Holy smokes! Do you see that? It's too close. I can't do it with that lens. That looks beautiful. That looks like something out of Switzerland. Toyama's like the Switzerland of Japan. It really is. It's really beautiful. This is obviously the Hitachi Seaside Park in Ibaraki. They have the autumn colors. I guess that's out now. Or maybe it's over. I thought it was in September. No, is it now? Hida Takayama is... this is every foreign tourist introduction to the countryside of Japan, I think, because they were the first place that I know of that really catered to foreign tourism and did a great job of it like 25 years ago. I took my mom there, and they had English-speaking people in Hida and in Takayama, and it's done well over the years as a cultural center. Hida-gyu is there. You can stay in a local place, but for those who just want to experience the countryside of Japan, Takayama is a great introduction if you're kind of worried about English. People speak English pretty good there. Toyama, man, they're doing a great job. Toyama, more flyers in English. Gifu, so I can zoom out a little bit. You see the autumn colors. Shiretoko. No. This is what's that place? The World Heritage Site that's having an overcrowded problem. They're already talking about sustainable tourism, right? So it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but they've had a lot of issues with overcrowding as a result of that. Sometimes being on the World Heritage list is a curse, not a blessing. Shirakawa-go, that's right, Shirakawa-go. But there's a lot of attractions for Gifu. This is the stuff that you're looking for when you come to Japan. It's not in Tokyo. It's not in Kyoto. It's really outside there, this Hida-gyu. Hot springs, tradition. They have kabuki theater out there as well. So I think, oh, hold on a second. I'm starting to feel my age. So I do think when you go into the JR booths a little bit, the JR windows, they have all these paper flyers. I don't know how long they're gonna start doing this. This is not sustainable. They should just have QR codes. Everyone's got a smartphone, but there's the physical stuff is still just why it's on the ground. John Lopez, because my hand is holding this gimbal. How do you clap with one hand? See, it doesn't work. John, that's why it's on the ground. I just can't hold it, and the signal at the sitting down area was bad. Just a note, the postcards are on the way. This is this month's postcard this is from last week. So I got this one done pretty quick. This is the Omagari Fireworks Festival, the autumn Akino show, and they're on the way. But they're on the way for most people, but not Canada. Here's the Canadian postcards right here for Canada. They have a really nice stamp on it as well this month. The problem is the strike might be over, but Japan Post said that the backlog right now, even in Tokyo, is just incredible. They said it would be prudent to wait like 10 days to 2 weeks before I put these out, just because the backlog is so bad. I mean, these stuff could get damaged, stolen. I don't know. Canada Post could be upset and not even deliver. I don't know what's happened. The strike could come back, but they said wait at least a couple of days. So I was talking with Alex as well in Canada about this, and he told me the strike ended yesterday. They got rotating deliveries or something. So it just makes sense to wait on this. I'm really sorry. They're still on strike. Well, they're sort of still on strike. Sort of. Again, this is the second time this year, I think. It's kind of a pain in the neck. Maybe the 5th time in the last few years. Canada Post is like a lot of the post offices. They're just not doing well, and they're in a minus situation. So, like for a long time, and I don't know how striking is helpful, because they don't have money to give you. I don't know who's telling them to strike. There's got to be another way to fix it. Maybe start brainstorming other ideas to make revenue, or start to, I don't know, pump some of that oil out of the ground and start to use that to subsidize. I don't know. I'm just saying. Photo Luke Hawaii. Sorry your ankle hurts. Mine is hurt too. Oh, Luke, I'm sorry to hear that. Or is that Cheryl? Yeah, you know what? It's a grade 1 sprain. So on Tuesday, I'm gonna have to hike like a 10-kilometer hike in Niigata, Nagano. So It's just slightly swollen and painful, but I think in 48 hours I'll be able to start exercising it and build up the muscle. By next week I'll be okay. Fingers crossed. I don't want to get re-injured. I ordered a brace, so the super chat will go towards helping with the brace, I guess. Thank you so much. I love you guys. That's our Hawaiian family. I'm writing in here. Well, the U.S. has federal government shutdown. That's right. I forgot about the shutdown that's happening in the States as well. That has impacted. Oh, somebody's wearing too much cologne. I think I've identified the person. I've identified that's too much cologne, brother. Holy moly. I don't know is that supposed to smell pleasant? It's so freaking strong. Oh my lord. I just got Japanese sensibility. I don't have the tolerance to smell that. It hurt my eyes. It should be illegal. Ooh. Sorry about that. Yeah, taper your cologne. You don't need it. Use soap. Think of the other people around you. Oof. It's lingering. It's like when you get on the subway trains and you smell humanity, but the train's empty and humanity is gone. It still lingers. Ooh. There you go. So there's a lot of great places in Japan to visit here. Picking up the flyers inside the north entrance. Now I'm going to take you there because I'm putting these flyers back. I only brought them for illustration. There's no reason whatsoever for me to have to take flyers. There's a lot of people taking pictures here. Do you guys know Tsukudani? I'm making an episode on that right now with and I saw that our friends Tabby Eats also made one too. I was like, wait, so I thought they said that they didn't have any other creators. So Tsukudani is from a neighborhood in my is from a neighborhood where I live. So in Chuo Ward, Tsukuda. I take you there quite a bit from on this show because it's just a quiet, beautiful area. But Tsukudani has a really amazing story. Tabby Eats didn't really go into that story, which is good for me because I'm going to present the history of it. But it's this filling for onigiri, and the history of it is after a betrayal in the 16th century of Tokugawa Ieyasu. I think it was the assassination of Nobu. Oh gosh, I'm getting confused here. I don't want to get it wrong, so better not just keep it general. But after that, the fishermen of Tsukuda in Osaka helped the shogun escape, and they fed him tsukudani, these little savory fish, and he loved it so much. When he became shogun years later, he granted them land in Edo, which is Tsukuda Island, to fish, and they've been creating tsukudani for a long time there. That it's a filling that you get in Nobunaga. Yeah, this might have also been in the Shogun series. No, it's not just seaweed. They also have a little shrimp. They have a lot of stuff actually. I'm gonna put it here. Inside here. This is where I got it. I'm putting it back where I found it so it can be recycled. Akire Tatayama. This is the booth here. I don't want to waste paper. Japanese Alps. Here it is. Kurobe Dam. I'm putting them all away right now. Spring quarter. Sendai. Right here. And Love Onsen. I thought about keeping that one, but it's maybe not. And you can see the tourists getting services. I love this station. Any questions? Let me go back out here. Thanks, David. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you in another live stream. Looks like we're okay. You can leave questions anytime. Leave questions anytime in the comments below. I will be back here to talk more about traveling around Japan, and a lot of you have questions. I highlight it from the chats here, and I like to do Q&A every now and then, and I'll open it up. But if you're a Patreon supporter, you can direct message me anytime, and I'm happy to help you with planning your trip, maybe give you some suggestions on a more personal basis. I do ask, maybe, you might want to be in the Postcard Club. That you might want to be in the Postcard Club. I'm really grateful for that, because I get to know you through sending the postcards as well, and it's really fun for me as well. We have actually been the Postcard Club went down a little bit after the pandemic, but it's been growing back up again. So I'm really grateful to everybody who's supporting that. I've been sending the postcards from different areas. I sent it from the top of Mount Fuji, from the post office on the summit of Mount Fuji, and I sent them from the Osaka Expo. So you get a different postmark and a different stamp on them each time, but you get the Japanese culture on the stamps as well, and I like that. And I'm going to keep trying to send them. Sometimes they'll be from here. Oh, hello. Sometimes they'll be sent from here at the International Post Office, and then sometimes they'll be sent from locations all around Japan. So I'm really grateful for that. Until next time, mata ne.